Welcome to Kamahl, Fist of Krosa. And as far as our opening hand goes, yes, we will keep on this one. I spy a Soul Ring, so we're going to keep on this one. I enjoy it. I don't know. We've got some good stuff. We got Bane of Progress into Cars Royal, and we're playing against Alela. So, a baby Alela, don't even know a word yet. There we go. Let's make her normal Alela. But an artifact or enchantment spell with Bane of Progress. That sounds like a pretty good game plan to me. So, we'll see if our opponent wants to keep on. There they go. They do keep on this 7. Let's go and lead off with Forest. Let's go for a nice Soul Ring, and then anything else. We will pass the turn over to our opponent. We're playing Kamahl, Fist of Krosa. 6 total mana. Then for a 1 green mana activation, target land becomes a 1/1 creature until end of turn. It is still a land. And with that green mana activation, let's say our opponent goes for a board wipe. We are playing against Esper. There's nothing stopping us from turning our opponent's lands into 1/1 creatures. So that's one of the fun things with Kamahls, that you can kind of threaten this. Put this little kind of thread on the table, be like, all right, if you want to go for a board wipe, partner, we got this over here. So let's go for Gurk Wildspeaker. That's going to be 1/2. And then we do want to plus up because having that Stampede effect with the -4 just off to the side is very nice. So we're going to untap Forest. That's going to be double Forest, and then anything else, pass it back over to our opponent. Then for the last activation on Kamahl, 5 total mana. Creatures you control get +3/+3 and gain trample until end of turn. Playing gets Alela. Flying, Death Touch, and Lifelink. Other creatures you control with flying get +1/+0. Then whenever you cast an artifact or equipment spell or enchantment spell, which can be an artifact, create a 1/1 blue fairy creature token with flying. We just got hit disenchant on Soul Ring, but the damage has been done. The Wildspeaker has been summoned. It's just dumb. And I'm not even been recording that long either. Let's lead off with the Forest. Yeah, I kind of like that. I mean, we're looking at 5 total mana. Yeah, I like that. So it's going to be 1, 2, 3. Untap 2 lands. And that's going to be Zendikar Royal. So that way we can start to get some creatures on the board. That is pretty crucial to what we got going on. So let's go for Zendikar Royal. And then anything else, we'll pass turn over to our opponent. So we need to cover both commanders. Give a quick shout out to our sponsors. TCG Player. If you go to bit.ly/Jolt MTG, if you're in the market for some of the brand new cards that just released, finally, hey, please consider using this link. It chips a little extra mana into my mana pool, and you still get the card. So it's a great way to support the channel. Also, let's give a quick shout out to MTGOTraders. If you want to play digital, test some decks out, hey, be sure to check out MTGOTraders. Also, let's give a quick shout out to inkgaming.com. If you really want to up your web game, your Commander web presence, and get yourself a nice new playmat, use that code. That'll help support the channel and give you a discount. And last but not least, I started a Patreon. So if you'd like to contribute to that Patreon to help support cool content like this, there's a link down in the description below. But if you're keeping score at home, it's officially free time. Let's do it. Let's have some fun. All right, so it's going to be Ancient Tomb. Yeah, and I think I kind of like rolling out Kamahl. I think that's going to be good. That's going to be 6 total mana. Kamahl's one of those commanders that you definitely want to have a developed board state for it. But one of the things that you can do is basically just kind of like, let's just see, if they've got spot removal, so be it. If not, then we can kind of threaten this Kamahl on the battlefield. So I kind of like that. It's going to be 1/2. Let's tap down 1, 2, 3, 4. And then tap down for 1 green. There we go. It's going to be Kamahl on the battlefield, and then anything else. I think we've already made the land drop. We'll double check. Yes, we have. We will pass the turn. So if the opponent does end up going for a board wipe, or all creatures get -X/-X, we at least are going to be able to pop 2 of their lands and then go from there. Opponent's going to go for unsummon. Yeah, sure. Go for it. Back to the hand. Anything else? Pass it back over. So there we go. But yeah, it's free time. So as far as Kamahl goes, now I did end up making some changes to the Kamahl. If you haven't seen Kamahl on my channel, let's say that you're new to my channel, and maybe you found it via some of the newer commanders that released. I basically put out daily commander videos, and when I do a video on a commander, I don't just, do it and forget. There are some commanders I haven't played in a long time, but I do try my best to go back and play older decks. So with Kamahl, definitely added a lot of the really good mono green stuff that came out recently. We do have the Force of Vigor in here, which I really enjoy. And we've got Nyx Bloom Ancient is another way to kind of really take advantage of Kamahl. So pretty cool. Now we do have, let's see, we got Rex Sage coming down. We can pop that Locket. And Alela is just a fairy. Yeah, she's not like an artifact creature. Okay, so we do want to cash in our 2/2 elemental. So let's put down Dryad Arbor. That's going to be a 2/2 elemental. And I think we can still end up jamming Kamahl. I think I kind of like that. That's still going to keep us open for some sort of potential Stampede effect next turn. So yeah, let's do that. Let's go for Gurk when untap 2 lands, Forest, and Ancient Tomb, and this is... Oh, untapping Ancient Tomb with Gurk is definitely making Gurk very happy and making me very happy. So let's go for Kamahl. That's still going to give us the 2 activations, so that if they do go for a board wipe, we'll be able to take care of that. And I'm not going to swing in with that Elemental because Alela will chew it up, even though she's a little fairy. So anything else, pass it back over to our opponent. So, but yeah, we did end up adding Force of Vigor, and this is, as far as mono green goes, there's... You know, you think mono green, but there's actually a lot of different ways you can play it. You can go wide, you can go elf ball, you can have all these different options. And I thought this was at our instep. I was like, how is this happening? But no, I get it now. But yeah, you know, there's just a lot of different ways you can take it. So this particular build of Kamahl, it's mainly kind of like a Riku deck. Like we want to ramp as quickly as possible and then just get down these really nice threats. You know, let's say we're threatening with Gurk Wildspeaker. So even if they do swing in, actually they can shift the Lightning Greaves on one of the fairies, and that would really kind of wreck Gurk Wildspeaker. So we'll see if they, oh, well, if they got Intangible Virtue too. But that should still save us with a Gurk Wildspeaker, so we'll kind of see what sort of damage we're going for. We might be able to go for a Stampede effect and make a few extra creatures. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see what's going on. But yeah, as far as the deck goes, it's kind of like Riku. You know, you want to get to that late game, you want to generate a ton of mana, and just keep getting down threat after threat after threat. So you can also see that we've got a pretty good Bane of Progress coming too. So that's going to be Alela. I'm just going to put old Gurk Wildspeaker all the way down to 2, and then Kodama's Reach. Okay, so... if we end up making the land drop for the turn, that's going to be an extra creature. It's going to be a 2/2 creature. That's going to be a 2/2 elemental, because we're kind of bottlenecked on some of these creatures being 2/2. So if we end up going for the -3, the -4 right now, everybody gets +3/+3. That's going to be 4, 6, 8. That's going to be 9. It's going to be close to the 20 range. I'm trying to figure out, because either way, we're going to lose Gurk Wildspeaker. So do we actually want to just ramp ahead on Bane of Progress and get another threat down? I don't think we're in danger of losing to a board wipe. So let's do that. So it's going to be Ancient Tomb and 1 green. Yeah, I mean, because we're going to hit our opponent for like 20 or something like that, but it doesn't really sound that good. So let's untap for that. Untap these. Oh, I clicked on the wrong one. That is a major bummer, partner. Let's go for Bane of Progress. 1, 2, 3. Tap down for 1 more green. Yeah, that would have been perfect with the Kodama's Reach. Well, we still got Dryad Arbor, so that's not the end of the world. And we'll end up going... and actually, we could have sequenced that a lot better. Yeah, sorry about that. I forgot Dryad Arbor was a creature, so I'm just going to get rid of Zendikar Royal. And then let's still end up going for Kodama's Reach, even though we could have squeezed an extra token out of there. Hopefully that doesn't end up making a difference. So let's go Forest. Let's go Forest, put that on the battlefield, goes into our hand, and then anything else. I guess if we want to, we could kind of threaten like a Kamahl swing in. You know, it would end up having to be 2 different tokens that they have to get rid of. Yeah, I kind of actually like this attack. We don't have to be stampeding through this one. And then anything else, pass it back over to our opponent. Yeah. I like this. We're going to push in. That's going to be 4, 6, 8. We'll see how they want to stop this. The main thing is, if they want to block with those fairies, we can stop those fairies. But if not, getting in for 8 is really going to put us in a spot to where we can start to go for that Kamahl Stampede effect. So there we go. I like that a little bit better. So a little bit of a weird sequencing that last turn. But like I mentioned, when I play these older decks, sometimes I'm just... you know, if you have 3 or 4 commander decks, you kind of know for certain lines of play that your brain can just kind of see it like that. And so, honestly, the last time I probably played Kamahl, or at least a mono green deck like this, has been it's been a minute. So sometimes sequencing not takes advantage, but there's just a little bit of sequencing error sometimes when you don't play a deck, you know, on some sort of regular basis. So, but anyways, not the end of the world. We still got a pretty good board state, so we'll see what we can end up going for. Other than that, we've got some really good mono green mid-range creatures in here. I love these. We've got Biogenic Ooze, we've got Deranged Hermit, Tendershoot Dryad. I just really like getting down these creatures that allow you to kind of ramp into Crater Hoof, and Crater Hoof is definitely hanging around in here. And we also have Howl of the Night Pack. So if you don't know about Howl of the Night Pack, it is a 7 mana, I think, sorcery. Put a 2/2 wolf token onto the battlefield for each forest that you control. So, you know, there's a lot of times in mono green where you have a thriving board state. You definitely want to protect your board state. But being able to have this spell that allows you to immediately bounce back from some sort of board wipe, it's a very good feeling. So, all right, so we've got Safara, Sky's Blade. Basically just looking at a... indestructible lifelink 7/7 with flying. Okay, so let's see. We'll see what we're going to do about this. We do have Reclamation Sage on Curious Obsession, which is Kind of weird. We'll see what we want to do, though. All right, so we do rip into Tendershoot Dryad. That's going to be Forest. So if we end up going, can we jam a Stampede? If we have, we definitely do have Tendershoot Dryad online. So next turn we're looking at 8. That's going to be 10. That's going to be 16. That's going to be 9. Yeah, we've actually got to get something going in this turn. So I think what we're going to need to do is tap down for green. Let's untap up to 2 target lands. Make sure we click on the correct ones this turn. And we're going to make target land a 1/1 creature. Yeah, because they're going to get it next turn. There's no way we can stop it. So we've got to jam as much damage as possible. Let's go ahead and make this land a 1/1 creature. And that's going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, and that still leaves up, well, actually, with Dryad Arbor, we can leave up Yavimaya Hollow, but we'll see if we can't jam this. So let's go +3/+3. Everybody's going to get trample. Yeah, because next turn they're going to be able to get in the air. We can't stop this entire board state. So maybe they bite on this. I don't know. We'll see. But this might be enough to threaten at least some sort of lethal. So let's go and push across on this one. We're going to send in the entire crew. We're going to let our opponent do the combat math. We got 17. That's going to be bunch of 5/5s with trample. I think we might get it on this one. That lifelink is going to complicate it. Let's see what that's going to be. Oh, it puts him down to 2. That did get rid of Safara, though. And then that's going to be 2, 4, 6, 8. Plus, yeah, I think actually we're going to be able to stabilize. Yeah, because they ended up blocking with Safara. So that might be able to allow us to get out from underneath this one. And if they do have some sort of board wipe, we still have Yavimaya Hollow with that activation. So we'll see what they're going to end up going for. But looks like we'll at least be able to jam a W out of this one. And we even still have Gurk Wildspeaker hanging out over there. They are stuck on 4 lands, so we'll see what's going to happen. Okay, there we go. Opponent's going to scoop it up on that one. So, there's sometimes when you're playing mono green, you just have a Stampede and you just get a bunch of creatures out there. We definitely would have closed out that swing had we sequenced that Zyndakar's Royal with Bane of Progress line of play better. But this is why we record Magic and talk about it so we can see potential lines of play that we missed and remember those next time. So, if you're a newer player to Magic, one thing I can definitely recommend is learn sequencing. Learn how to be the most efficient with your mana. Because you can see, it didn't ended up mattering in the end, but let's say that it did. Just having those 2 extra creatures be 5/5s, that would have definitely sealed the deal, especially with any sort of lifelink. So if you're new to Magic and like, how can I improve as a player? Just make sure that you're being as efficient as possible with getting as much value out of your turn once you do stuff. But we're able to survive on that one. And if you enjoyed the video, hey, like and subscribe. Thanks. Bye.